How can gratitude change your life for the better? How can simply saying thank you for things that haven't manifested or things that are already in your life change everything? How can such a simple concept be so powerful? This is something that we're going to get into today. So keep watching right till the end for some extra tips and affirmations from me. But for now, let's get straight into the video. So, let's talk about the main reason why gratitude really supercharges our manifestations before they've even happened. Just being grateful for what you have today in your life makes you feel good. It makes you feel really, really good. And I know when you're in a very bad place, when you're really struggling with your current reality and you think everything is so terrible in my life, how can I possibly think of something to be grateful for? But let me remind you, you don't always have to be thankful for something that's currently in your life. You can simply be thankful for things that you might find trivial, like coffee. You might have a cup of coffee and it might be a very blissful 5 minutes to yourself. You're just really enjoying the taste. Be thankful for that. Sometimes when I can't think of something huge to be grateful for because my mind's just feeling lazy, I feel grateful for silly things like how warm and toasty my bed is, how comfy my socks are, how nice and woolly my jumper is, the fact that I have really soft carpet on the floor. These are all things to start off being grateful with if you're not someone who's ready to just be thankful for their life. But of course, as someone who is so grateful for absolutely everything, I'm grateful for this opportunity to film this video, put it on YouTube and speak to you about why you should be grateful. I'm thankful for every small thing where I can be thankful. So for example, every day when I wake up, I really, just before I get out of bed, I think about at least a few things. Sometimes 3 is my magic number of what I can be grateful for. So I'm usually very thankful for my loved ones. I'm thankful for the roof over my head. I'm thankful for my job. It's the very basic things everyone's thankful for. But taking a few seconds, it doesn't take minutes, it doesn't take long, a few seconds just to say thank you for these things really changes your perspective for the day. It makes you realize that, hey, things aren't so terrible when you're in a bad place, or when you're in a good place, it reminds you constantly how blessed you are and how blessed you always will be. So the exciting thing about feeling gratitude for something you already have is that it raises your vibration. And guys, I tell you all the time that vibration is a fancy word for mood, for feeling. Mood is basically vibration. Let's think of the two as the same. So it raises your vibration in the way that it makes you feel good. Being thankful for things in your life already just makes you feel good. For no reason. You just feel, hey, you know what? That's really nice. The fact that I have this amazing house, and even if your house isn't amazing, the fact that you have a house, you're already, sort of a million steps ahead of those who do not have that blessing. And you just feel good and appreciative. Now, this good and exciting feeling really benefits manifestation when we are thankful for something we don't have yet. So let's say you're manifesting a dream salary of $100,000, pounds, yen, whatever. Or let's say you are manifesting a new apartment or home. Being thankful already for having that gets you in that excited mood, that good feeling. So where I've just said, I'm really thankful for my home, and it's made me feel good and relieved and actually, just glad that I have this home in the first place. Where I'm thankful for that, imagine getting in the feeling of having what you already want. So I'm so thankful for 100K as a salary. God, that is so exciting. Or I'm so thankful for this new apartment. It's exactly how I want it, in the part of the city that I want it, with the correct amenities, with the perfect parking. When you... Oh, it's a car alarm outside. Ignore that. When you get into that feeling of, oh, this is so amazing, I'm so excited, that gratitude makes you feel good. And that feeling is what powers manifestation. When you're feeling good, all the good things come to you. Think about times in the past where you've just got a new job and you're excited about something, or something good has happened in your life, and then everything starts to go good in your life. That's the power of vibration. That's the power of feeling good. Manifestation comes to those who are feeling good, not just thinking good, but feeling good. But we'll delve into that in many other videos. The next thing I want to talk to you about is simply atoms. It's simply atoms. the way atoms are structured, the way we can view them and perceive them actually changes the way they are. So for example, if you think of an atom, how we learned it in school, we learned about the fact that they had electrons, protons, and neurons, correct? So initially, scientists such as Newton and Descartes used to believe that atoms were solid matter, that they were made of a little nucleus and then they had look, I'm not very good at physics, so forgive me here, so that the electron would, circulate the atom, but it was solid and it was predictable and we could view it and know how it's going to act. Then Einstein came along around 200 years later, contradicted this theory completely and said, hey, atoms have so much more to them. They are made of energy. They have waves. We can't always see the electron. It doesn't act the way it's supposed to. It is energy that controls atoms. And the perspective of the person viewing this atom has a lot of power, because the way the atom appears is through the perspective of the person viewing it. I hope I explained that well. Essentially, it was found that, atoms have electrons, protons, and neurons, basically what we learned in school, and that the particles of energy, and the particles, so these atoms, depended on sort of energy and the mind of the observer. So think about that so very carefully. If we can affect atomic makeup of things, so atoms make up your bank balance, right? Atoms make up you, your own body. Atoms make up this potential soulmate. Atoms make up your dream home, your dream car. It's all made of atoms. And if we can change atomic makeup from our perspective, from our view, then we are so powerful. Just think of that, right? So if we're already grateful for something that hasn't manifested yet, so let's go back to the original, I'm so thankful for this amazing new apartment in the perfect part of the city with the perfect parking, blah, blah, blah. If we are already grateful for this, that means we are getting the quantum possibility of the perfect apartment, which is floating around, which is a possibility in our dimension. I know this is sounding woo-woo, just stick with me here. If those atoms and that atomic makeup already exists, if that apartment already exists and it's already manifested, then we just need to get in the vibration. So back to point one, we just need to get in that same feeling place. So if we change our atomic makeup of the sort of high energy, excited, grateful for this possibility, then we are linked to this possibility because the atomic makeups, the energy are in alignment. Does that make a bit more sense? When a law of attraction guru, coach, book tells you that we must be in the vibration of what we want, it usually is to get in the energy flow of what we want, to have the atomic makeup, attract each other almost, if we want to put it in more scientific perspective. And like I said, I'm no physics professor, so you can look up quantum physics yourself. You can look into this a bit more, but there is reasoning behind. If you are grateful for something that hasn't manifested yet, you are calling it towards you as an atomic makeup, and that really helps and goes hand in hand with visualization. If you're visualizing atoms in a certain way, so you're visualizing this apartment with the correct wall color, with the kind of kitchen you want, you're literally putting those atoms into play together as a visual, and you're bringing it towards you through that energy. Anyway, my third point, of course, goes hand in hand with point 1 and 2. It is that you are speaking it into existence when you are grateful for something before it's happened. So if you're grateful for this car or this house or this soulmate before it's manifested physically into your life, you're speaking it into existence. If we go back to more spirituality rather than atoms and protons and neutrons, if we go back to the absolute spiritual essence of the law of attraction, as a man thinks he becomes, right? When we call things into existence with our words, with what we say, our thoughts, we are literally going to manifest that. Of course, as long as you are in alignment with point 1, that is feeling good. So you are speaking things into existence when you're grateful for it. So this is how I like to imagine gratitude, because it's the most simple way. When we take away the whole vibration and, having to feel good all the time and take away the physics of it, it's such a simple concept that if I'm grateful for something before it's happened, then I'm speaking it into existence because I'm so powerful, because everything I say manifests. How amazing is that? How good is it to know that you are so powerful that when you say something will happen, it will? That is enough to keep me going, guys. I don't know about you. So if I'm speaking things into existence, I would always want to be speaking good things, and I just want to express gratitude to the universe before it's come to me, right? Surely that is just very simple. So I always like to say, I am so thankful that my business has grown and is doing amazing. I'm so thankful that my hair is luscious and long. You know, I'm looking at my vision board now. I'm always thankful that I can travel loads, you know. Of course, coronavirus has come around, but I've still managed to travel a little this year. It's amazing. I always say I'm thankful that I have a great pot of savings, or I have my dream car. I'm thankful before it's happened because I know it's coming. And if I'm thankful now, then I'm speaking it into existence. Simple as that. Okay, let's get on to some tips and tricks about gratitude. So like I said to you at the beginning of this video, I find it very good to think of 3 things to be grateful for before I even get out of bed. That sets the tone of my day, and it makes me more inclined to get out of bed because I'm thankful for things in my life. Does that make sense? I struggle getting out of bed. Point 2, I like to be thankful when I see recurring numbers about. I know a lot of people see recurring numbers as angel numbers, and that doesn't contradict with this tip. It just reminds me whenever I see a recurring number to be thankful for something, because it's just a reminder that, you know, hey, you haven't been grateful today for that cool thing, you know? So I'm always grateful whenever I see 1111, of course, but whenever I see any sort of recurring number. So I love TikTok, guys, and I'm on TikTok a lot, and when I look at the number of shares or comments on the side of the TikTok, I often see things like 2323 or 1234 or 2222, 1515. Whenever I see that, I just say thank you very quickly in my mind for something, and I think of it as quick as I can. And often it's just, I'm so thankful for the loved ones in my life. I'm thankful for, like I said earlier, my home, my car, my life, my abundance. But I always just say thank you for something whenever I see a recurring number. And sometimes it's quite hard to keep up with because I see recurring numbers all the time. Just now on my timer it said 11:11:55. You know, I'm mentally having to think of something to be thankful now. But, you know, I'm just thankful that I can record this video and get this message across to you. There you go. Always be thankful when you see a recurring number. Just seen 1212. And finally, my final tip is be thankful more often about the things you already have when trying to manifest something. So, for example, when I was trying to manifest a new iPhone, yes, this is very frivolous. It is a material item, but hear me out here. When I was trying to manifest a new iPhone because my old one was just haggard, I would be so thankful for that very annoying iPhone I had at the time. The camera was broken, it took awful photos, it was slow, it just wasn't doing it for me. And I would be so thankful for the fact that I had that iPhone, that I really think it manifested getting this new one for me, which I felt was financially out of reach for me, which it didn't end up being, because obviously I manifested an easier way to pay it off, just being honest here. It just happened so easily, and I really believe that it was because I was so thankful for what I had already that the universe was ready to give me more of what I really wanted, you know. So being really thankful for the home you already have, or the clothes you already have, or the lifestyle you already have today, trust me, there's so many good things you can pick out about it. At that point, I was really struggling to be thankful for that phone, but I was just thankful that I had a phone. I was thankful that I still had an iPhone, you know, a very expensive phone that a lot of people don't have the privilege to, you know, just waste money on a very expensive phone like that. So I was just very thankful for the position I was already in, even though it wasn't ideal. And I know you can use that in a much more, you know, larger perspective of I'm thankful for the home I have today, even though it's not where I want to live. I'm thankful for my car today, even though it doesn't turn on half the time when I just start the ignition. You know, just be thankful for what you have today, and manifestations will come to you in hordes. Anyway, guys, I want to leave you one little last affirmation before we go and sign off. The affirmation is, today I am thankful for everything in my life and all the good things that are coming towards me. Ready? Today, I'm thankful for everything I have in my life and all the good things that are coming towards me. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please like, subscribe, you know the drill, and see you next time. Bye.